today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new...
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On second down now. It's Gordon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First down, Broncos.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Lock working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
Steelers nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead the Steeler offense.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Here's McFarland. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
The stop made by Gerald McCoy. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
McFarland running out of the gun. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 28. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st down, McFarland. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 6-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing his lock on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Powers through. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll run here with McFarland. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. They just still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lock. This is the tight end fan. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been the top 10 in the league in sacks for 2 straight seasons. Really, really difficult to block coming off the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Lock got a man open. It's Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Complete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin the drive with McFarland. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in the Windy City, where the New York Giants have made the trip to take on Chicago. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater with
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10. At their own 20.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, 2nd in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
Block, and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Lock outright. This one goes to Patrick. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Lock. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Lock looks to throw it again. Now Lock, he lost the football in town, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Lock. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Operating from the gun, Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On first down, McFarland. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Short little throw to Ebron, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Schuster brings up 3rd down.
And to throw again is Roethlisberger. He dumps this off underneath to McFarland. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And Ben to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
That worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball at the backfield and move the sticks.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, McFarland. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. McFarland once more. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down 13-6. A minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Not much there, only a yard. Lock's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Lock to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
3 plays and
they'll go for it. It's Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.